Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. This time it's about a new announcement, specifically Disgaea 7 is coming out in Japan. And yeah, here's an article here, and I'm just gonna tell you, about a few things that caught my attention. I actually recommend reading this article yourself if you're interested, because, well, there's a lot of detail here. So I do have to say, admittedly, I have not played Disgaea 6 yet. I bought it for the Switch because I was just like, alright, I guess I'll buy it. That was still when it was exclusive to the Switch here in North America and also in Europe. But then they're like, hey, look, there's a, other versions now where the game actually runs better. And that just made me annoyed, and I didn't end up playing the Switch version or buying any of the other Disgaea 6 ports. But going from some comments I've read, it does seem like Disgaea 7 addresses some of the criticism of the previous game, because I'm pretty sure Disgaea 6 didn't go that well in terms of sales, and or perhaps when it comes to how it was received anyways. So, okay, Disgaea 7. It's announced for PS5, PS4, and Switch. There you go. That makes sense. Probably eventually PC. This is a Japanese release date here, January 26, 2023. They always come out later here in North America and Europe, so who knows when that'll be, maybe mid next year, end next year, something like that. We'll see. There's a trailer there too that shows some stuff. It does look good. I do say, obviously there are people who are going to prefer the sprites. I really like the sprites, but I don't think the 3D look of the game actually looks bad. There you go. There's the official roll call image that we always see there. And there's just a bit of a summary going on here. All right, here, there's an introduction to the story. It says, in Disgaea 7, the story is set in a world called the Hinomoto Netherworld Cluster, which is inspired by Japanese culture. That actually caught my attention because I thought that was pretty cool. Not that I don't like the normal Netherworld sort of setting, but I think a little switch up like that is a cool thing, especially after 7 games. More like this is going to be the 8th, because remember, there's D2. Our heroes will fight through the world in order to regain their lost Bushido. Many characters designed by Takehito Harada, will appear, and the Disgaea series signature replayability features and over-the-top battle systems have been further enhanced. We'll see what that means a little bit later on. Art looks pretty cool. The setting is a Japanese-esque netherworld slash through the corrupt shogunate with your Bushido. Disgaea series is a simulation RPG. I think we already know that. The protagonists, wandering samurai Fuji and otaku girl Piririka, will fight through the world in order to regain the impoverished Hinomoto from invaders and overthrow the Uedo shogunate, if that's how that's pronounced. It shows that characters can become giant, apparently, in the game, so that's interesting. It wouldn't be the first time, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time they become that big. There's the onsen netherworld, where hot springs spit out evil spirits instead of water. That sounds problematic. The sardine netherworld, wow, wonder where that comes from, which exists in a supersized space sardine. Jesus, I didn't read about that when I skimmed through here. The Shikoku netherworld, which has a gigantic whirlpool that destroyed countless demon ships, and so on. And so on. Alright, so it looks like there's multiple netherworlds to explore. Hopefully that means a good varying amount of different settings and maps to play on. It says here, Hinomoto has changed since the arrival of the Demon Admiral Opener and his navy. Sounds like a very, very specific thing that happened in the 19th century in Japan in real life. So apparently the demons of Hinomoto abide by the laws that the Opener has laid out. And it says here, there's 5 points here. 1, to destroy Bushido. 2, anyone who complains about their salary or taxes will be killed. 3, say no thanks to friendship or love. Oh no, but that's the thing that's the most powerful in anime. 4 is please help the strong and defeat the weak. Sounds upside down. And 5, fights are what makes the netherworld, so feel free to inflict violence. Okay, alright. This is a story about a girl who admires Bushido and a young man who hates Bushido as they fight for what they believe in a world that forgot honor. Alright, some of these look pretty cool, like these background images here. This one's cool, kind of atmospheric looking. This looks like above standard visual novel cutscene illustrations. Oh my goodness, this character name is going to be easy to remember. Just Fuji. Fuji is a love-hating lone samurai. Okay, a very demon who is poor, loves money, and is lazy. He's allergic to human-like expressions and has to cough up blood whenever he feels human emotions like love, friendship, and sympathy. Sounds like me when I see like Instagram posts that are so, over the top inspirational, makes me want to vomit. Ugh. Anyways, Piririka. I just find the contrast in the way the characters look is huge. Okay, well, don't load. God. Okay. So this is she's a super naive Hinamoto otaku, a young CEO of a company who comes from another netherworld. I wonder which one that is. Doesn't say. Brought up in a sheltered upbringing, she is a Hinamoto otaku, although most of her knowledge is gathered from different films and manga, so it often differs from the reality. Okay, that sounds very realistic. Load, you stupid picture. Anyways. And there's Ao, who is, let's see, an emotionally unstable girl who claims to be Fuji's daughter. Or claims to be. Interesting. There's Ueyasu, a corrupt, incompetent shogun. And C4, or the thief of chivalry and explosive maniac. Jeez. Sui-san, a humanoid weapon that sees the future. Looks like a rejected Neptunia character. And then there's Higan Zeshusai, the strongest swordswoman tired of swinging swords. Which was explained why she maybe has none in her hands there. I'm glad to know that Takahito Harada is still sticking to his guns when it comes to what kind of female character designs he wants to do. All right, so here's some new features. It says new feature number 1: the rule-breaking simulation RPG scales up with simulation RPG. That's not a simulation, anyways. Scales up with Dodeka Max. So that's the thing where the characters become gigantic. Says they will enlarge characters so big that they can that they leap out of the map, defeat multiple enemies with a giant powerful blow, open giant treasure boxes. The Dodeka Maxed characters will wreak havoc all around the map. Interesting to see what that will be like. I guess one of the good things about the 3D models is that they aren't just giant pixelated sprites. So, you can do stuff like that without losing fidelity. New feature number 2, create edible swords. Item reincarnation. In Disgaea 7, not only characters, but items can be reincarnated to make them stronger, make swords into gum, slipper into staff, and so on by reincarnating them again and again. You can create swords that heal when eaten. Okay. Make the ultimate badass item from countless possibilities. That would explain why a sword became a pile of pancakes in the trailer. That's interesting. We'll see how that goes. All right, then there's something just about normal reincarnation. Reincarnate your characters to create your most badass character. Reincarnations will set your character's levels back to 1. So yeah, that seems like, how that usually works. But some statuses and skills you have acquired before the reincarnation will transfer, making them stronger. By reincarnating a warrior into a mage, you can create a mage that can also fight in close combat. Was that a thing before? I don't remember. Some of the games and their features blur together, so I can't quite remember. Plus, I haven't played 6, so I'm not sure if that's something you could do. I always thought they remained the same class. Anyways. It also says the most amount of generic characters in this series to enable your ideal party, so that's good. There will be 45 generic characters appearing in Disgaea 7. That's the most in the series history. Yeah, there were some games in the past that, people were like, hey, where's so-and-so class, so I kind of like that they keep their design. It's like seeing familiar faces again. So apparently for the first time, there's also ranked battles, which is interesting, and artificial intelligence. So you can do like auto battles in order to train characters. I think that's interesting. So as far as I understand, you can set the moves and, whatever all the characters do instead of having to do it all yourself over and over and over again to make grinding easier. At least that's what I understood from what I saw with the trailers and stuff. And ranked battles, how will that work? It's an all-new artificial intelligence player versus player mode. Right. Yeah, I guess probably it's a bit difficult for a game like this to have a consistent pool of players always playing online, so it's got to be a single-player type thing. Right, I wonder how that'll work. But yeah, I think so far it looks good. I thought the trailer looked fun. I think the setting is very interesting. Even just the Nether hub or the home hub here in the screenshot looks already pretty cool. Here's the box art for the PS5, 4, and Nintendo Switch. They're all the same, except the aspect ratio is a little bit different. Undoubtedly, we're going to have different cover art because we never have the roll call cover art here in North America. Now comes about some of the releases here, like limited editions and stuff. It says here the first print copies of Disgaea 7 include the downloadable content Glasses costume set. So yeah, this is like a Fubuki thing. That little cutout looks a bit like Hachima in her crazy ass thumbnails. Anyways, collector's box art. That'll be the collector's art as well, I'm sure. Oh no, this, you know what? This will probably be the main art in North America, and then they'll use the roll call art in the limited edition. That's usually what happens, right? And here's what the collector's editions are supposed to have. But it's funny because it says you can just see the shapes and nothing else. It says for 3,300 yen, the collector's box includes soundtrack CD. There's actually 2 discs. Art book, which is A5 size, 40 pages, full color. And it says special box stores both the soundtrack CD and art book. Not the game? The collector's box does not include the game itself. What? Well, yeah, I guess the price makes so what? You buy the game and then just this box set. And then there's the collector's box thing. So if everything's combined, I guess that's almost 11,000 yen. And then at over 15,000, there's a premium limited edition with exclusive design. And then it says here at 55,000 yen, it includes the limited edition that we just talked about and a folding screen, which is A2 sized. But yeah, that's the news on Disgaea 7. I'm going to link the article in the description so you can look at it in detail. Let me know what you think. And if you perhaps noticed anything interesting, please bring it up in the comments there because, I didn't obviously talk about everything. And also because I didn't play Disgaea 6, I'd be interested to know if some of the gameplay functions that were implemented were to counter some criticism perhaps from Disgaea 6. So anyways, that's that. I'll update you when some new news comes out. Hopefully an announcement in North America. I'll definitely play Disgaea 7 because, I don't know, it just seems much more interesting. I think Disgaea 6 also was a little bit like, the same thing over and over again we've had before. So just having a new setting is already a little bit more fresh. So yeah, that's the news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.